But in 30 years of work, I went from talking to tiny fraction of a percentage of farmers to maybe 1% of all farmers.
Mm-hmm.
So about 1980, at the time the USDA did their first study of organic farming and said there is a little bit of promise here, I said it's time now to invent a concept, a way of talking about these possibilities, these opportunities for environmental, social improvement with all farmers.
Mm-hmm.
And that means not asking them to convert to an extreme organic system, but a stepwise conversion into a lower input, which was an idea that my father had too. People
Mm-hmm.
asked him, do you expect all farmers to become organic? He said, no, they've got to do it step by step. But he didn't have the conceptual framework to really, he didn't invent the conceptual framework. And so basically, the idea of sustainability, the word sustainable was first used by Abraham Lincoln in 1859 in the context of agriculture, when he warned in Milwaukee that fully mechanized agriculture, a farm based on, big farms based on machines could not sustain themselves. But Lady Balfour in England, Lady Eve Balfour, about 78, started using the term sustainable agriculture to make organic farming sound better, really.
Mm-hmm.
And but that began to be picked up, and in the late 70s, early 80s, farmers began, and scientists began really working toward the lower input concept. I prefer the idea of a regenerative agriculture.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like, really, I'm not satisfied with the term sustainability. I think it's very appealing to policymakers and scientists because they think it's simple and they can understand it.
Mm-hmm.
But the public, it doesn't, I don't think average person aspires to live in a sustained environment. They want to live in something that's expanding and going better. So I think the idea of regeneration
Mm-hmm.
is more appealing, and it is also much more fruitful in an inventive scientific concept to point the way to opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically what we have is today two separate, rather distinct kinds of farming, which, broadly speaking, the alternative groups are working on. It's very poorly understood that there is this distinction, even by scientists who, some do and some don't.
There is a lot of confusion.
Yeah.